Hello everyone. Today in this episode of this design viewer series, I'm gonna add a minimap here, as you can see. So if I go to building B, you can see this icon that represents the player's camera is moving around, and if I orbit, you can see the minimap also orbiting. And yeah, that's what we are going to work on today. And before we get started, let me remind you that you can download the project files of this project and all of the thousands of projects I have done in my channel from my Patreon page. Once you become a member, you will be able to access everything. So also here is the full playlist of this series. I have explained everything from scratch, so you can follow these episodes and implement everything by yourself. Right, now let's get started with today's episode. Alright, so last time we implemented this map feature, which allows us to see the full map here in the screen. But now I'm gonna implement a minimap right here so that we can see as we rotate around the buildings or move around the building, move around the layout. I should be able to see that responsive minimap here that shows player that is shown relative to the main camera. Okay, so to do that, here in the UI map system, I'll create a new user interface, WBP. Okay, now just like this UI map, which is basically this, I am using this render target to render into this UI material. So I'll duplicate this and call it MUI minimap. Okay, and then in the minimap, I'll add a border, perhaps, yeah. And as the brush, I'll use that minimap material. So it appears like this. Now I want to show that minimap here in the HUD. So UI, here is the main HUD. Let's add minimap into this size 300 by 300. Place it in a position like this. This is subject to change. For now, I'll leave it in a position like this. Factor it to here. 1 minus 300 minus 300. That's 2p. Okay, I'll leave it like this for now. So it appears here like this. Oh, I got an idea. Maybe just for now, until I have a better design, I'll move this underneath here. So this would be this middle align. Okay, for now it appears like this. So right now, next step is here as I move around the world, and rotate. I want to make this minimap responsive. So to do that, let me go to this UI material. Here, let me add something like this. So I'm going to add an offset to this texture based on player or camera position. Yeah, let's say camera position. So I'll get texture coordinate, text code, and then to this I'll add some offset to the UV. And here the offset is the player position. So vector parameter position, and this I only need x and y horizontal coordinates. So component mask and get only RNG. Okay, now here, if my character, my player is in the middle, this is how it should appear. But if my character is in the middle of this building, it looks like 0.25, because here to here 1. If I make it 0.25, now it's in the middle of this building. So yeah, this is the logic that I'm going with. So here, now you see this texture is wrapping. So I'll change this to clamp. Captured again. Yeah, see, now we don't see two of this. It's not wrapping anymore. Okay, now we need to calculate this player position relative to the center position where this map image is taken. That means in our level, this map manager. In this map manager, we have this map capture. So this is how we captured the image. So this should be the center position in our map, as long as we are using the image rendered using this map capture. Okay, so considering all that, here to get this location, maybe here I'll get actor of class map manager, get actor location. This would be the center, the map center, and then the size of the map, it is decided based on, here we have this map capture, and here we define this ortho width. So this is the map size in Unreal units. So we need to get that too. So I think it would be better if we have a variable here so that we can define the map size. So let me go to the map manager and add a new variable, map size. Should be a float. And then here the construction can get map capture, set auto width the map size. Yeah. Now from here I can access map size. Let's promote this to another variable, map size. Okay, now I'll add a function, update player position. Not actually player's position, player camera position, because here we don't really have a player, we have a controller pawn, we were pawn, but for our purpose we need to consider the location of the camera because we have quite a long spring arm. So to update this player position, let's call it player camera position. Okay, apply. We would need a reference to the dynamic material used in this minimap. So I'll first change this to variable map image. Here, image. Oh, we need to have this valid test here. Get dynamic material. Promote this to variable map material. Okay. Now I'll call this update player camera position and the tick because we need the map to be responsive as we move and rotate around the camera. Okay, now here. So how do we get the camera location? So we can get on in player of this widget. This should return a reference to our player and get player camera manager. Yeah. Get camera location. Okay, now we need the location relative to the map center. So subtract the map center here. Now this is now here it's changing from 0 to 1. Oh, why is this fully green? I think here, yeah, let's be 14,000. Yeah, now it's correct. Oh, I have made the changes in the main map. We should do this in the minimap material here, like this. Okay, we check if I'm actually using the UI map. Yeah, I am. Alright, sorry about that. Now, here. So To convert this location to a 0 to 1 space, I'll divide this with the map size like this. And then we have the map image, sorry, not map image, map material, set vector parameter value, and the value goes like this. The parameter name is this. Okay, now let's see. See, now we are looking at this building. If I move here, now we are focusing on this building. So in the center there will be player. Maybe I should add a dot or something to show that. Here I created this simple image. I'll call it player icon. Here, now go to MiniMap. Image. Okay. All right. So it doesn't have to be this this large. Maybe 25 by 25. Now let's see how it looks. Yeah, this is enough. Okay, I change the color to something like this, so it's clear against this green background. All right, now that we have the location, next step is getting the rotation of the camera, because here I can orbit the camera and see now it looks wrong in the minimap. So to get that, we would need to use custom rotator here. So custom rotator, and for the rotation, center would be 0.5, 0.5, because we need to rotate the image around the center. And let me put this rotation before adding player's location. So here. Okay, now rotation angle. Let me promote this to a parameter. Player camera yo, because only yo is required here. So here if I make it 0.1, changes like this, 0.5, like this, 1. So 0 to 1 means 0 to 1 means 0 to 360 in angle. So okay, let me copy this, and then let's go back here, rotation, break, sorry, rotate. And just like this, we can set scalar parameter value. Here parameter name is player camera yo. Y should be capital. Now, yeah, one thing is we can't directly use this rotation here because this is changing from 0 to 360. So we need to convert this to 0 to 1 range. So here we can divide this by 360 simply. And let's see. Oh, this is working, but it has an offset. See? By the starting point, it is already rotated 90 degrees. So actually the reason is here, X direction is here, and we are already looking at 90 degrees from X. So there should be an offset here. Before we divide it by 360, let's add, we call it initial offset. So as I saw, it was 90. Yeah, now it's correct. See? Now it's working perfectly. Alright, if I go here, it's working without any problem. Alright. Now I'm gonna stop this episode here, but there is one crucial thing that we did not work. This is 1:1 log scale. I need to make I need to show only a part of the full map that we have here in the minimap, but right now we are showing all the map. So I need to work on that, but I will leave that for the next episode. So thanks for watching. As always, updated project files will be available for download here in the Patreon page. Link would be in the description below. And let me know if you have any questions in the comments. See you in another episode. Goodbye.